Hello. Good morning. Happy Wellness Wednesday. I am hopping on here 1 minute. Anyone else have their kids home for the second straight week, and they have one more week. So I had 3 weeks of home fun. Anyway, typically they would both be at their respective schools, but they're here and we are cleaning up Christmas, and this is Wellness Wednesday. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Dr. Patricia Ford. Most people call me Patty, and I am the owner of Imagine Wellness, where we focus on mind, body, and beauty, and I have clients in all pillars where we're focusing on their mindset towards a healthier relationship with food. They're working on weight management, or they want to kind of redo their beauty. 1 second, James. Can you give me 5 minutes? So today I wanted to talk about is your health tanking? We are mid-holiday. So it's December 28th. And we're mid, if you celebrate Christmas, and almost to the new year. In a couple more weeks, we'll be officially in 2023. And in our culture, kind of the saying is, this is a really weird week, right? Some people are off all week. Some people have their kids home. And so everyone just feels off. And does your health feel off? And maybe let's talk about why. One, there's no routine. There's no routine unless your routine hasn't changed. But there's no routine in terms of there's no normal food. It's served. There's no normal food shopping. Your house might be a little bit in disarray from the holidays. You might have company. Insert out of routine here. When there's routine, the body thrives. The body thrives on predictability and knowing what's coming in order to maintain. In order to maintain whatever you have, there has to be some sort of routine. The body likes knowing what to expect. So if you want to change the body, then change the routine. So a lot of times when people want to build muscle or lose adipose tissue or change their body structure, you gotta change it up. If you want to keep what you have, then keep your routine. So the holidays is change. So your health might feel not quite normal because there's foods that aren't around. There's foods that are traditional that maybe you have once or twice a year. For me, for instance, we always, typically when I was growing up, at least from my grandparents and then my mom, we had baked macaroni and cheese. I typically don't make that every Monday, or it's not a weekly rotation for us. It's once a year. And so it's hard to make a small bout of it. So we make a big dish. And for 4 of us here, really 2 adults that eat it, there's lots of leftovers. So we have mac and cheese for lunch for leftover, which is typically not in the rotation. The mac and cheese has a whole lot more cheese that I'm used to, a lot more noodles that I'm used to. And those 2 things are outside of my routine. My body might react differently. We have a lot more candy than typical. So my husband loves certain candies from his hometown, candies in the stockings. And it's so easy just to grab a handful of those candies when you walk by them. It's typically not in my rotation, and my body might react differently. And so a lot of times people talk about holiday weight gain or their, I don't know, whatever consequence you deem as a consequence because of all of the different things that are possibly around them. So one, routine. Your routine is probably very different. If you're wanting to change your body, change your routine. Now that could go good change, bad change. Structure. There's typically a lack of structure. Typically we tend to say, oh, whatever, it's the holidays. I don't need that structure. I'm not going to go to the gym. It's the holidays. I'm not going to do this. It's a holiday. And so then I want to ask, wait a minute. Then how committed are you to your health? Do you need to take holidays from your commitment? Not shaming if you did, but think about how you're terming your routine. If it's a part of your lifestyle, it's a part of you, it won't matter what day it is. You'll commit to it. Now, there is a necessary day of rest. Sleep is necessary. I'm not saying those things are necessary. But if this lifestyle is part of you and part of your lifestyle, then the structure of it will stay no matter what. Not saying to be turned on all the time. It's literally not what I said. Rest is a part of structure. Planning days of rest where there's nothing, or planning spontaneity, that is a part of structure. I remember when I lived in Ghana, I didn't have access to my routine or structure, and I felt off. And I was there for a significant amount of time. What I felt was like 6 to 8 weeks, and my body definitely changed through those 6 to 8 weeks. And not in, like, it wasn't permanent, but I could tell my body was reacting differently to the lack of structure, lack of routine. And a lot of it was, I really enjoy being outside for long periods of time, like running or swimming or biking or whatever. And I couldn't do that where I was at. It just wasn't possible in that culture. And I remember thinking, oh, my body is definitely changing and reacting to this lack of structure, lack of routine. That can happen in the holidays. Now, my kids are off for 3 weeks. So your body can react to that for 3 weeks. No routine, lack of structure. Third, constant spontaneity. Constant spontaneity and constant flexibility, constant reacting to things versus responding. So responding is typically patient, and you have kind of a pre-set, oh, okay, well, if this happens, I'll know how to respond. A reaction is very quick. It's very impatient. It's usually very emotional. So we react to maybe visitors that typically aren't here, parties that are typically not around, and there's just so much going on where we have to quickly react to things that are outside of the norm. So your routine is off. There's typically not as much structure if you don't already have a self-imposed structure, and there's so much reactivity going on. So what do you do about all this? A lot of it is, if you have a sense of self, if you have a sense of I am worthy no matter what, then you're going to be kind to yourself and know that your body ebbs and flows, your health ebbs and flows, and when the time is right, you will get back to the routine and back to the structure, and your body will respond. Our culture shames if you have any sort of change in a negative light. Our culture shames that quite a bit, to where you are deemed as bad, or, oh, I let myself go. What do you mean you let yourself go? You're in it right now. You are constantly in your body. It is the most important tool you'll ever have. So treat it with respect, and you're not going to let it go. You're in it. And so you're treating it differently. And so think about how you're terming how your behaviors are showing up, because that can show up in other areas of your life. How you talk, the words you use are important. Your health is hard this time of year because if it wasn't a strong hold to begin with, it's easy to let go of those commitments. It's easy to say, meh, I'll think about it later. This is more important right now, which is okay. But if you want your body and your health to be a priority, if you want that to be a pillar in your life, then create a way where it is. And that's what I can do, is we have your body and your lifestyle and your health as a pillar. It's not the only pillar, but it becomes a sense of commitment that no matter the lack of routine, no matter the structure, that is okay. That pillar can stay strong. That's hard to do around the holidays. And that's hard to do when you have culture that says, just relax, eat 5 servings or whatever. Or the opposite way, are you really going to eat that sugar? And they comment on your body and they comment on your food. It could go both ways. Stepping into the new year in a couple days, I will be having a course that helps you to, no matter your program, plan or potion, This is not a magic pill. It's a mindset course where it really looks at your mindset and how you're approaching your body, how you're approaching food, how you're approaching eating. And I can tell you that it helps to reshift your thought patterns in a more transformational way instead of a transactional way, which if you can transform the way that you think about your food, body weight, and eating, it doesn't matter the program, potion, or pill that you use. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because how you think about it matters the most, and that's long term. So I'll be dropping a course in the next few seasons. We're putting it the final bows and bells and whistles on it. It'll be online. I will be having still videos and a workbook, so you won't be actually working with me. You'll do it yourself. It'll be self-paced, self-taught, but I'll be providing you with the information. So that'll be one way to interact with me without actually interacting with me, and I think you'll like it. That mindset shift going into 2023 will reduce the need for doing New Year's goals every year. So come 2024, you won't need to keep resetting weight goals or body goals or food goals or health goals. It'll just be part of you. It'll be part of your pillar. And that type of thinking can leak out into other areas of your life. So I hope this was serving. I hope this was valuable. If your health feels like crap, know that you're probably not alone, and give yourself some grace, and know that a lot of the routine and the structure and all of those things can be put back when you're ready. And if you're not ready, that's okay too. So happy Wellness Wednesday. I'm drinking my greens. My husband was always like, that looks disgusting. But I actually think they taste good. They taste really refreshing. So go take care of yourself, whatever that means. That means moving your body, having something green and nutritious. Go do that. All right. Happy New Year, and I'll see you next week. Okay, bye.